Hello guys and welcome to game number 2 of this side. Current score is 1-0 in favor of JSMS versus the monster of TeamYP. With me of course is Tag the Monster in case you missed game number 1. Make sure to check that out if you're in the VODs. If you're watching live then yeah, you saw it, so welcome. So Tag the Monster's with me, so hello friend.
Hello chat. Wednesday, prepare for bucket fall. God, that had me rolling.
So we're going in now. We have actually a slight change of pace though in regards to who's playing what. We're looking at Team YP going against JSMS, who's going in. He's actually playing his Goliath with the Frostbite skin. What?
Looking, should I say, cool?
Oh,
Funny?
they're going to be frozen in fear. Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah, I think we're fired. I think that's the end of the cast, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we're going in. We do see the Valheim composition coming out again. I think after last game, because he had such a hard time gaining that mobility, we're looking at it. Source is looking for something different because Kraken, as he puts it, is in a wheelchair right now. And I think after seeing JSMS just roll right through him, that's kind of what we're seeing. Is just Kraken is just getting hurt real hard by this composition.
I think it's honestly just the speed of Kraken. It's not fast enough to get away. But I also think what killed him was getting caught right there by that Mega Mouth.
Yeah. So just before we start, we are on Fusion Plant. For those who don't know, there's a giant chasm in the middle, giant hole like with a ravine and a tire. Makes it really hard for the hunters to traverse. Here's Crowbill Alley. There's a little jungle with a little swamp over here, and here's the Fusion Plant with a lot of stuff back here. But for in the meantime, before we get too much into the mass and the hunters drop, because we want to get this in beforehand, we look at the skill builds. When we look at the monster, we have one leap, one fire breath, one charge, which means he's looking for mobility. And when we say he's looking for mobility, it means he wants to be able to get his stage up and deal damage, which is why we're seeing damage output coming out. So that extra 10% of damage is going to be a huge thing when he goes up against Hank.
Oh yeah. Melt that shield really quick, and I like the ability spread so he can pop out different things really quick.
Yeah, even stage 1, he'll be able to lay on some hurt. As long as he lands them all consecutively, he should be good. Oh,
I'm
there you
predicting
go.
that he's going to do a stage 2-3 rock, because that's what I would do. Like, this is the exact same build I run with my Goliath on the way the patch is these days on Xbox. And it's very useful. I think Goliath is probably a really strong competitive monster right now.
It's back to the way it was when it was first released. But when we look at this game, we are looking at capacity on both. Oh, no.
That is a fast evolve. But
yeah,
see,
he canceled it. He canceled it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
They stepped within smell radius, and he said, never mind.
I think he's trying to get the trapper to come in there and then dodge the other way, because that's like the complete opposite. And he's going in on the medic. No,
Yeah.
not getting it, dang.
And LV's nowhere near trying to figure out which side.
That's why I call it the alley. It's just such a strong spot for monsters, because it's...
Oh my god!
Oh, what a dome. Oh, so close, yet so far.
LV coming in with the Love Dome, coming in for some murderous monster rampage. Although Source will be able to armor up. But holy Jesus, LV coming in with that clutch dome. And it's another one very similar to what we saw before. They have that middle ground where they can just stand there and shoot him no matter where he goes. There's nothing he can do about it. It's just going to be constant damage, which is what we saw from early days DTR. Oh no, he's a nice spot up here, actually. This is a good little spot.
He has a lot little nooks and crannies in this dome to move around, but the orbital, oh, and he gets away. Nice leap to gain some good distance. There's a lot of like these little ledges and different peaks in the ground where he can just sit. It's a pretty good dome for him. He's not going to take health damage. Well, from Crow probably, but...
Yeah, which that's all that health damage is from Crow. Those of you watching this just dwindle. It's just Crow charge shots. Nothing you can do about it. As long as Crow gets a charge shot off, you're losing health damage. And that's part of the benefits of Crow. But let's go look at the Hunter perks right now. We have capacity on both Hank and Torvald. Jetpack recharge on Val, which means she's going to be evasive and being able to get into position to make sure people are getting healed. And move speed on LV. Which... Oh man, I forgot how to breathe. But that's going to be critical for her being or LV to be able to get into these dome positions and make sure that he's able to land those, or she.
Yeah, now he's going to go for that mad distance for the evolve right now. He's trying to get as far away as he can from these hunters so he can take the least amount of damage when he evos, and he's going for it right now. That's a good spot too, but Crow's not that far away.
Yeah, but right now Dome's is still on cooldown, so there's nothing they can do. They just have to deal damage while they can, trying to get through that armor, but it's just Crow at this point. Tentuki's catching up, but he'll be gone by the time that happens. 2-point Rock Throw, 2-point Flame Breath stage 2. That's a very interesting choice. Just wants to get a balance of damage and burn. So he can go right through it.
That shield is almost out. There's just a little bit of shield left, but of course, like I said, Hank's going to save it for the bigger abilities like Rock and leap smash.
Yeah, and he is out of armor now. He's starting to get that health damage. He noticed that, and he's just like, well, I tried to get that quick down, wasn't able to get it, so I'm just going to walk away at this point. And that's probably the best decision. And it is up right now. So if he's able to get this lower area and get a loop here, that'll be pretty good positioning for him. But I don't think he's going to stick around to get domed. I think he's just going to leave and armor up.
He might go to the alley. Maybe not.
Well, he's already been to the alley, and he already ate everything there, right? So there's not much there for him to eat, sadly. He can use it for positioning reasons, but if they just sit outside, there's nothing for him to eat. It's a rough spot, just to say the least.
Yeah, Crow, I feel like... I haven't really seen this Crow use a lot of stasis. I guess he feels like with Val's Tranks, he doesn't need it as much.
Well, I don't really... Like, they have Val Tranks, and they do stack between stasis and Val Tranks, so it just makes it extra slow. But I think regardless, like, he's not having that much mobility. I think they're just trying to focus on damage and make sure that's getting out. That way they don't only have Tentuki on damage, since this is a very defensive composition.
Mm-hmm. But he does get that armor up, and he's domed. Ooh, this is going to be a good fight.
Oh, he does have the building as well, so he can protect himself.
Oh, he might get him down pretty quick.
Oh, here comes the mortars coming in.
Hank is waiting for that rock. And there it is. Boom.
And he gets dodged by LV. Getting burned, blowing through all that shields, just trying to get everything he can. Going up on the high ground, doesn't quite make it, though, because of the stasis coming into effect, lowering his jump height. And we have Jesus over there just getting over there by the pillars, trying to keep himself alive. Uses the building to his advantage, which is a nice loop that he has here, which now just showed Source that he can mitigate if he chooses. But he says, no, I don't want any to do it. Actually grabs a rock, which means he's going to take all the orbital damage, melting right through it. Jesus is on the hide, going to the water so he can walk on water. Tentuki's over on the side, getting rocked, leap smashed. Val, however, is going to quickly bring up Jesus, getting him healed up, but that does reveal Jesus' position as he is really low. He is right now cloaked using his jetpack, which means Source can see him, has to shoot, but actually does give him full sight, and down goes Jesus.
This is when
someone
he needs
save
to take
him.
advantage and get that medic right now where there's no shield. He needs
LV
to land
going
a rock
for the pickup right
now.
now.
And the sneak pounce. He's going to get... Oh, no, Hank's up. Oh, so close. So close. If he had just thrown a rock or something, he would have had it.
But Source right now only at a bar and a quarter, looking to get stage 3, and he looks like he's trying to re-engage, trying to pick one off quick with a little bit of armor. His Crow is underneath, but he does decide to choose to not re-initiate and goes right past them into another feeding ground, just trying to get some more armor so he can go on them before they have a chance to heal up fully. Cerberus Soul is, of course, playing Val, which means that she has very low ability to heal herself. So if he can re-engage with a little bit of armor and get that Val strike while they are unable to get her fully healed up, that's a great advantage to him to be able to pick that off. But unfortunately in this scenario, he's not able to.
Yeah. Val was at half health when he went in. I think he was trying to get her down, but Hank was right there anyway, so I don't think he would have gotten it. Crow right there by himself. Oh, good shield by Hank. Look at that. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you know a support is very disciplined and a good player. Just waits for the important abilities that I know deal the most damage to pop that shield.
So we're looking at this right now. The arc going around, he's just traversing them out, taking the human corpses in the middle. But I don't know, like, what do you think so far of how this is going?
I think that he might have a chance. Stage 3 Goliath, very strong, give him more health. Lots of armor. I think he needs to move around a little more in the domes to kind of, because those mortars are just shredding him, shredding his armor. I think, oh no, I think this is a bad situation. Crow could actually probably do it by himself.
So look at this right now. The arc going in. Shield's being used. He is at half health on LV. However, we are at a very low health. Source is trying to get LV down. If he's able to get LV down, that means he'll be free from this dome. Using the stealth pounce. Shield's coming out. Everything's being used to keep LV alive, but it's right now Source versus LV. Goliath versus Crow. Trying to get out of this. Is smashing around. Leaps and coming in. Everything's being picked up, thrown. Here comes the rock, and he is out with a sliver of health coming in. That's a first strike on LV, but it's not enough to get him out.
Good game.
And down goes Source, slain by the Jamais Somos Saucy Saw Hunter team, and that means that they are going 2-0 on this side, which puts them 2-0 against YP. We're waiting on an update from the other side. Well, but if you look at the score, we just see the damage just coming out and just melting through everything Source had, just going in, and we just see his health just flatline. Just one perfectly placed dome by LV, and suddenly it's a completely different game. And it's just coming through, and that just shows you the power of discipline and how that's really affecting the Evolve game currently.
Yeah, Very well played on both sides. The Monster had some good parts, had some bad parts. Same with the Hunter team. But the Hunters just triumphed in the end.
So at this point, this is where we do that quick fade in, fade out for the sake of editing and making sure people have the minimum amount of time wasted. So we are going to be getting ready to go to the other side, and we'll see what's going on. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back in just a minute with some more games, so stay tuned. And for those of you in the VODs, there will be an update in the bottom section, or you might see the next video, which will give you full information on what's going on. So stay frosty, my friends. Stay chilled, stay frostbitten, and we'll be back with Tag the Monster in the next match.